The petitioners are Dr. Kizza Besigye and Obeid Lutale. Yesterday, actually in the course of last week, we took the petition to Zira, and of course we have been, the petitioners are Dr. Kizza Besigye and Obeid Lutale. Yesterday, actually in the course of last week, we took the petition to Zira, and of course we have been pursuing the same for some time. Yesterday they signed the affidavit, and then the same was commissioned by Justice of Peace, and today we have filed the petition. A number of grounds have been highlighted in this petition. One, the overthrow of the Constitution by Parliament and Museveni's government to reenact a bill or an act of Parliament which had been nullified by the Supreme Court. It's of course unconstitutional to reenact a law in almost the same terms as the one which was nullified by the Constitutional Court. Almost all the provisions that had been nullified by the Constitutional Court were reenacted, reincarnated by the Constitutional Court, rather by Parliament, and subsequently assented to by General Kaguta Museveni. When you look at the old text of the law, which was nullified by the Supreme Court, as against the new one, primarily they are the same, both in spirit and the letter, and it offends Article 92 of the Constitution and other provisions of the Constitution. So that is one ground. The other one is the way Parliament stampeded the members to pass this bill, pass the law like that. The whole of Parliament was stampeded. They purported to suspend the rules of procedure. There was no room for debate. Even the committee did the shadow work, because when it was first presented before Parliament for the first reading by the Honorable both, and was committed to the committee, took about two to 3 days purported to process the same, and they never invited public opinion on the same, including political parties and the aggrieved individuals, because the people who ought to have appeared before that committee were a number of them were not summoned. Uncertain terms that Brigadier Kachungurwa and this coming are not seized with the competence to handle matters of that nature, of that magnitude. Even if they involve military officers, say for example, to handle matters where the sentence is death, they have no capacity and competence to condemn a particular person to death. Brigadier Kachungurwa and those other members, Brigadier General, they don't have that competence to do so, even if they are serving military officers. Because you need to have specialized training. Yes, they may claim that they are lawyers, but you need to have specialized training, and you must have certain qualities to be able to deal with the same. Like a judicial officers, it's not that when you are appointed a judicial officer here, straight away you go and handle cases of murder. No, they get training, they undergo a lot of processes, tutoring, mentorship, and so on and so forth, induction. But these ones, they were just sworn in recently, and we are made to understand that very soon they are about to start handling the cases. Finally, yes, we are doing this. First of all, we ought to have filed it some time back. Unfortunately, we have been having a hectic season. It was not possible. But two, and most importantly, yes, the information we have received Brigadier General Tukachungurwa and team are gearing up now to begin the process, to begin the hearing of these matters. And many people are still languishing in Luzira there. There are those whose files were not transferred to the civilian courts. Now they just want to take them back to the General Court Martial. There are many. And we have also had maneuvers being made. Even files that had earlier on been transferred to the to the civilian courts, they want to switch them back to the General Court Martial. Even those that had been brought this way, now that General Tukachungurwa and the team have been sworn in, they want those files taken that side. 3, we have a number of our colleagues who have not appeared before courts of law, like Sam Mugumya and others, including those who have been elected during this election season and in the aftermath of elections. The reports we are getting, they are about to stop the practice of bringing them to civilian courts and take them to the General Court Martial as the practice was before. So it's the reason now we have to act in earnest and aggressively to stop Brigadier General Tukachungurwa from going ahead with whatever agenda is